Claire, you're gonna be.
Just make sure you're okay, you're good. Wait for the camera.
If only there was an easy way to make it boil water, add tea, and sugar. Alan. Is she watching?
You're still in the picture. As you can tell in my tapping, I did this all the time. Took me like 7 times to figure out how to do that. Alright. Yeah. I gotta get my list.
Well, but before I go, so thank you, everyone. Each and every one of you is here for a reason because you hold a special place in my heart and in Kate's heart. So I want to introduce one of my dear and closest friends, Claire Clements. Claire Clements is, I don't know, since high school?
Yeah.
Since high school, I've known this woman. If you haven't already known, everyone in here is in Tallahassee, and Claire has been here since day one. Claire moved to Atlanta, but now she's back here, and she's working for one of the most prominent hospital here in Tallahassee, TMH. So without further ado, I'll let Claire kind of take over, kind of the MC.
Alright. Nothing like finding out at the last minute you're going to do something, and this wonderful list from Kay, if anybody can read it, please let me know what it says. But as Elmer said, everybody is here for a reason, and I met Kay in high school, and I met Elmer in high school, different high schools. I was in the same high school as Kay. And Elmer was at Lincoln. It was like cool, but not as cool. Whoa. Great angle. All right.
Maybe not. All right, we'll move it back here.
Start from the top.
All right. All right, you who's tuning in? So, Elmer and Kay are both amazing, wonderful people that I met individually. And Kay called me or Facebook messaged me actually and said, hey, I'm going on this date with this guy, Elmer. Like, I see a lot of pictures of you guys together. Like, is he normal? Could you tell me a little bit about him? And I was like, hey, here's my phone number. Call me 100%. And then I told her Elmer was a freaking weirdo. I'm just kidding. Elmer is amazing. And I was like, it's a miracle that he hasn't been scooped up by now. So if you get a chance, please go out with Elmer because he is an amazing person and you're an amazing person. And Kay, room full of friends and family, welcome to the family. Because this is really, I'm just very happy with you guys. So it says I'm supposed to say something funny here. So, I'm not
You can read that.
Yeah. We're gonna. I'm just reading exactly what's on the card. Cyrus, would you like to come up and say something?
Sure. Cyrus is a good way to get to the phone.
Good job, Claire. Thank you.
Elmer.
I took notes here. It's been a long day. I gotta say, brother, wasn't sure if this was ever gonna happen for you. I think anybody could. but it's finally here, and you did really, really good. Here it is. Okay? You know he's a gator, right? No gators! You know he's a lawyer. Gators. I'm saying it's not too late. Anyway, I'm so happy for both of y'all. I love both of y'all. Can't wait for tomorrow. I forgot my glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Salud. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, I want everybody in the room to raise their hand if they've lived with Elmer at a certain point. I want to see. For y'all in the Philippines, we've got about half the room. Half the room has lived with Elmer at a certain point in time. That says something. That says Elmer is a clean person. He's a So on that note, two of the best friends that I know that I met, and I met Elmer actually through Paul, because Paul and I went to high school together, and that's how I met wonderful Elmer from their Filipino-ness.
How are there so many Filipinos in town?
There's only two. They're done right now. They're all in Thomasville.
My stories. I mean, being in Tallahassee and being Filipino, at one point, I was like 8th grade. I was playing volleyball at Raw Middle School, and Elmer at the time had really long hair.
I remember Elmer's story.
And he had it like all the way down to here. And I was like, what is this Filipino doing? I was like, there can only be one in Filipino. And, we played volleyball against each other. I was like, I gotta figure out who this guy is. And, I guess in my mind, we were rivals for a little bit. But in truth, I just wanted to be like him. Hence the long hair. Freshman year in high school, we bonded because we just happened to be the only kids in school that didn't have parents that lived with them at the time. So we got into a lot of mystery, adventures.
Basketball.
And the one thing that I know about Elmer is that he is the type of person that will give his shirt off his back and he will help you out. He is he's the person to have on your side. I call him often to get advice as my lawyer. But there was one time when he called me for advice. And there was this time when he met this guy. All right.
Hold on.
We told me about Kay, this girl that he met, and he wanted to ask me like as much information as I can. And at that point, I was like, Elmer, don't worry about it. Just be yourself. And if she sees who you are, it's a lock. You don't have to worry about it. Because I don't know. I don't know anybody else who's puts his heart on his sleeve and is a good person, a good man. I would trust Elmer with my kids. I would trust Elmer with, I'm sure every one of you know Elmer.
understands how great of a guy he is. And I'm so glad that you two have met each other because you guys deserve each other. It's one of those things that,
Now it's
I only know
He doesn't speak it.
So it is a special kind of love when you're older and you meet each other. Not that we're old, but
What are you going?
not that we're old, but it's different when you meet somebody at 20 and you grow up together versus being your own individual person and having to accept each other and your differences and the places you come from and what you think. And so it is really magical that you guys have made this work. So again, I know it says something funny, but sorry.
There's a laugh.
Sorry, guys. So,
Good job, Claire. Keep it up. Good
so
job, Claire.
all the way from Tampa, Florida, we have Scott Monison.
Come on, Will. You want a seat?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Good, yeah.
Most y'all might know me. My name is Scott. I've known Elmer since we were on the mean streets of Cobble, kicking basketball together. The worst pair of basketball players ever. We played against these two black guys that were like 2.5 feet taller than us, Johnny Johnson and Willie Wilson. And they crushed us. I mean, like down to nothing. And then they just laughed and left us. And I was like, "What's your name?" And this little Asian guy, he's got these little black boots on, like look like little women's boots, with a high heel on the back and a little chain that came down the front. And it was like kind of soft leather that came down. And I was like, "Those pirate boots," because those were awesome. And you would play basketball on those. So I like this guy. And so I'm going to come to my house and just hang out. And my mom would say, "Don't you even call your mom and say where you are?" And no, I'm gone for the weekend. So that's kind of how we grew up. He would just come over and spend the whole weekend together, and he could do whatever he wanted to do. We got to go to the beach. We got to go here. We want to go here. But his problem was that he would just leave and not tell anybody where he was going. Like Friday afternoon, he'd pack his car up and not tell anybody. He'd go get in his car and drive, and he was gone. And we'd be like, "What are you talking about?" And then his sister calls and I don't know. He's in Miami right now. So I told him, I was like, you can't just leave us and not tell somebody where you're going. Because I'm going to feel like an idiot if the police come and they're like, "Where's your friend Elmer?" He got in his car and left on Friday and didn't say where the hell he was going. So we didn't ask. And I don't have some tarps and stuff. So we just let him go. So, but we've had some good times. And I didn't realize, I've read Fear and Loathing before. I never understood why he always traveled with his attorney until I became friends with Elmer. And I realized that he cannot testify against me. My boss actually caught him at a Christmas party a few years ago, and he said, "Tell us some stories about Scott." And he said, "I can't." And he said, "Why not?" And he said, "I believe the term is reciprocity." Which if you look up, I've got as much on him as he's got on me. And if we really need to turn the tables around, we'll both be in a lot of trouble. So, but unfortunately, I do have that attorney privilege hanging out there with my best friend. So,
Give me $1 for the retainer.
I know my wife and my attorney cannot testify. So I'm going to stick with that, and that's the best I can do because we've got some good stories and some good times that it's not even believe.
You're here.
Love you guys. When Elmer called, I was like, "Where's your here?" He's like, she's white. He's like, "Yeah, are you sure you're not being catfish?" Send me a picture. picture. So he's sitting there going, dude, you're getting catfish. This girl's not gonna come out with you. And sure enough, she was real. We're so happy to meet her. Welcome to the family. So, hey, congratulations to you both. We're both so happy, and you hold your place in our hearts. So, thank you.
Here it is.
Thank you.
I'll take it. That's it.
Don't go too far. So, about Elmer leaving and just taking off, that has been a thing. But he always showed up prepared. Like, Elmer was like the best guest. He would always show up like, oh, hey guys, I'm just here for like maybe a day or maybe like 4 or 5. I don't know. I brought this backpack that has like a magical amount of things and like a cool American flag bandana that will rock around the world. And like a cooler full of stuff, and we picked Kay, who is a legit planner. Legitimately is like, wait, Elmer, we can actually plan all this, and not just show up randomly in places. So again, not very funny, but a good match. Congratulations. All right, so next on the list we have Kathy and Jerry.
So honestly, I wish I had a mic here. So if I'm not speaking,
Oh, you're
please. Okay. Everyone having a good time tonight?
Yeah.
The fact that we're all here together is just really amazing, and I feel so honored to be up here. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't have Kleenex earlier. I about teared up a million times, and I'm like, I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. So, anyways, so when I read the speech, it's gonna be pretty emotional. I did not memorize. Sorry, guys. Y'all are pretty good at memorizing things. Me, not so much. So, before I talk about Kay and Elmer today, I want you guys to close your eyes. I'm gonna bring you back in time. So here we go. So, the year in 1993, Janet Jackson hit song "That's the Way Love Goes" was on the radio. Dave and Hot Shots Part Dough were top at the movie theaters, and large Domino's 2-topping pizza was under $10. We were sporting mom jeans, overalls, and grunge music from Pearl Jam, Nirvana. We were just crushing it. Kay and I, so y'all can open yours. Kay and I, we also got into many fights. I don't remember exactly what they were all about. But 2 years ago, my mom brought me this letter that she found in a box. I'm going to read it. So it was labeled Kathy from Kay. And I am going to open exactly how she folded it. Literally.
This is way back. Big time.
Her handwriting.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my lord.
Yes. So,
Game on.
May 1993. Hey, I know this seems strange to you, me writing this note to you, but I think it's about time. I know that we haven't been the best of friends. We have both had our problems with each other, but if we're going to have mutual friends, we should try to get along. Everyone has their flows. I know I do. There is a time we must overlook these things and get along in our lives. So, WB, I don't know what that means.
Right back.
Right back.
WB, right back. Right back.
Okay.
Still waiting. Right back.
All right. P.S. This note sounds corny. Yes, I'm a dork.
Did you write that?
And I will never. I literally have this frame in my house. I will never.
That's the original, right?
That's the original. The original. Yes.
I wonder who the mutual
Why we never to do
This girl. That's why she's up here.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was Libby. And yeah. So moving into how our friendship stayed strong was, and really how Elmer kind of twines into things is that we knew each other in high school just throughout like different parties and Lynette and I would say Claire and just like, Claire, you're like everywhere.
But so was Kay. Kay always had to dabble.
My curfew is 9:30, guys. Remember that.
Yeah, we always had to pull her into our.
Mom, I went home at 9:30.
I was the influence, sorry, Mom.
No, it's fine. I was home at 9:30.
But I gotta tell you, like over the years, you know, I ended up moving away and I wasn't in Tallahassee anymore. And Kay and I, we never lost touch. Like every year, my parents were in Tallahassee and we come back and we always get together. It was, I mean, nothing got in the way. It was like our kids getting together and, you know, I might have had plans, Kay might have had plans, but nothing ever got in the way. And it was year after year after year after year. I'm like, we're sure gonna lose touch. No way. No way. Like we never lost touch. And then moving back, when she told me she met Elmer, I was like, no way. I was like, really? I was like, that is just really amazing. And it's funny because Paul Taney said the same thing when you were up here. I was like, you know what? As long as you both are happy, it's what all matters. It's all that matters. And going through time and now moving back to Tallahassee, just being with you all, just week after week, and being with your families and being with you all and one another, like you two are truly the most amazing couple, people, individuals. Like, I'm so happy for you both. Thank you for really.
I'm gonna say something short and sweet. I was just so incredibly happy whenever I found out that you guys were an item. I know high school, and of course Elmer was always hanging out at Paul Tina's house. You know, because they're besties back then. And they still are. But I was just so incredibly happy because you're both loyal and dedicated and hard workers, and you know, and I guess committed now, so that's great. But I just want to give you a little bit of advice, and I hope that all your ups and downs in life are stay between the sheets.
That's your wife, Scott. That's your wife. Yes.
There's no following that. Clear.
All right. Does anybody else have sex advice for them? I'm guessing no. We'll save that for later on the list. I do want to say an overwhelming theme that I also did give Elmer $1 as soon as he became an attorney. I was like, this is official, right? This is, like, if I get in trouble, I can call you.
It's her Santa. It's her Santa.
I was like, for the holidays tomorrow. Right, for the holidays tomorrow, you give them $1. So.
Definitely. Fun fact about Kay, she was in the band.
I was not. My curfew was just really early.
Okay, also fun fact about Kay, she was a high achiever as well as Elmer because her curfew was at 9:30, so she had to like pack all that fun in really fast. She'd be home. Like she didn't do it all at midnight.
I am nothing but efficient.
So, for those of you in the Philippines, please turn off your microphone. I'm just kidding. So, this has really been a wonderful evening, but I don't want to end it here with my list of speakers. I want to open it up to anyone else. Family, friends, anyone who'd like to say, come on. I don't know your name. How can I introduce you?
To say,
This is Ellen. That's Chris. This is Chris. Welcome, Chris.
so I didn't plan to speak. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
You're a good brother along. I'm very happy that I got to join your family. I'm very happy that you get to join my family. And tomorrow will be my sister. One thing I didn't tell you is, one of the reasons, me and my wife went to Florida, right? We live in Texas. We live in Texas. And my son, who don't laugh, but it's tough. We didn't want to send him to Florida because we were Florida State or even outside of state because a little far away from us. But we know we have a great uncle in town. That's one of the reasons he's here to be able to carry our alma mater tradition. So, but again, it's for you tonight. And I want to thank you. And I'm excited that maybe my sister-in-law tomorrow. So I want to wish y'all great success and hopefully you can show us how to do it in this new age. So, thank you.
I know my friend Cole wants to say something.
Bravo.
And then,
I'll never shut.
you're next.
You turn that camera off.
Nope. Not at all, buddy.
So, yeah, I found out like 6 minutes ago I had to say something tonight, so I came fully prepared. I did my homework, but I will say I have known both of these individuals since high school. Actually knew Kay a little better back in high school than I knew Elmer. So this union, having somebody that I knew very well in high school, somebody that I grew to love in college, the two of them coming together was a surprising match. Dude, you outkicked your coverage. But in a reoccurring theme, me and Paul and Claire were all talking briefly over there. We discovered that the moment you two found out about each other, y'all called everybody. Everybody in Tallahassee going, what can you tell me about Kay, Paul? I said, you're good, buddy. I don't know. Like, I haven't talked to Kay in a long time. Like, but I knew the individual I knew back then was a good person. Nothing has changed. She's beautiful. She's intelligent. She's driven. She's kind. Did I say you outkicked your coverage? But I love this guy. Like, I spent, 6 hours in the car? There's only a few people in my life that have called me an asshole. No, that's not true. Most people I know, including my wife, at some point have done it, including Elmer. But one thing I can say is Elmer is honest. Like, if you ever want an opinion, ask an attorney. They're going to give it to you straight. But honestly, like, I haven't given you $1, so.
You might want to get it out.
It's not official, so I get paid. There you go. Boom. Oh, shit, it's a 20. Whoa. Shit.
That's for me, not him. That's for me.
Oh, I'm not sure what just happened. My wife handed another man a 20. But, I will say this, Elmer has been special later in my life. My kids actually refer to Elmer as, people in the Philippines can appreciate this, Tito Elmer. They love Tito Elmer. Matter of fact, my oldest, who is now in college, was a little bit disappointed she couldn't be here tonight. I was like, sorry, it said no kids. She goes, I'm 18, Dad. I said, but you're my kid. I'm sorry, that's how it works. But, that carried actually on into a cruise. My wife and I took a cruise with the kids, and we had this Filipino waiter named Elmer, and they were like, Tito Elmer! And my wife He cried. You know, you two have so much impact beyond your immediate realm that you never see. You're beautiful people. You're people that impact those around you. Kiss again. But honestly, I can't think of a better match. Something tells me there's a higher power that brought this one together. You needed each other. You're good for each other. And I'm glad to see you.
Here, here.
All right, ripple effect of love continues with the Ignacio.
His brother.
Well, I know. We haven't officially met yet. Let's do it on camera for everyone at Facebook Live. It's my uncle. Eric, nice to meet you. I see where Elmer gets his foot.
Check, put her check.
Well, as his brother, I'm not going to embarrass him. I think everybody else did a good job. But when Elmer said to us, he found someone, and being the eldest brother, I'm very critical. He said, "Really? Let me see who this B is." And the minute I saw her, I said, "Look at the way she dressed. She dressed her." I said, "She's on my road." But I can never be more happier for the two of you. And I'm glad to say, I think I'm speaking in behalf of my mother, who's watching all the way from the Philippines, from the Burgett family, from the Kapner, the Ignacios, the Torres. Welcome to the family.
Oh my gosh, we're watching you watch us. This is technology. All right, before we wrap up the evening, if anyone else would like to say something, it's your last chance. Just kidding, you have all day tomorrow. Right, room how great they are. Please, please. Yes, please.
Stand up where she is.
I'm Scott's mother, and one day Scott called and he said, "Mom, we're at the bowling alley and I have a friend that needs a ride home. Could you come and get us?" And I said, "Sure." And Elmer walks out with his mom and his black boots. And I said, "This is an interesting kid." We took him home, and the next weekend, Elmer was at our house on Wisconsin. And I kept him the weekend. The next weekend, Elmer was at our house, and I kept him for the weekend. And we put him to work. Around our swimming pool. If you're gonna be our kid, you're gonna work. So, this went on through middle school and high school and college. And one day after he had graduated, we kept saying my husband helped him with applications to law school. He graduated from law school. Well, we invited Elmer to come down to our house in Appalachian. My husband took him fishing. And he said, "Can I bring my girlfriend?" Yes. He and Teddy came down. said, she's a keeper. So, we are so happy for both of you. And I want you to know, if we had a second son, he would be.
Hey guys, thank you so much. I'd like to let Elmer say something to kind of wrap up the evening and just express the love that's in the room. Because I think even though we've made a lot of jokes and we've all laughed at the expense of Elmer and Kay, we love very dearly. But we are really here because they're joining a union tomorrow. And that's a very serious commitment. And it's not something that anybody in this room takes lightly. And we're all here to support. And we're all here no matter what. So you guys have been there for everybody in this room. We've called you. You've messaged us, whatever. No, really. No, in all honesty, this is a family. And even though you all are born into a family, we chose to be Elmer's family. We chose to be Kay's family. So there's a lot of love in this room, and we're all going to be there tomorrow, and we're all going to be there for the rest of their lives to support them and supply that love and really great guidance that we all can provide. On that, Elmer, please bring it home, Elmer.
Thank you. So for anyone who doesn't know, my mother, Amparo Ignacio, is in the Philippines, and she is. So everyone here. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Each and every one of you in this room is here for a reason. And I hate to say it, and I hate to take something from that TV show that I love, Ted Lasso. Here's to your family, and here's to the family you make along the way. So here, there is all my family that I care and love, except my mother, but she is able to see us here from the Philippines. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here. So with that, I want you to raise your glasses. Say, hear, hear. So I don't know how long we have at this reception, but I do want to say, so Kay, there's Kay right there. So one of the things that really has meant the most to me with all this is, I guess my friend Claire, who did the MC, she was kind enough to throw a bridal shower for my soon-to-be bride. And I just want to introduce Caitlin and Kathy. I'm sorry, Kathy. Well, one of the things that meant the most to me was her daughter, Caitlin. Mom, Mrs. Caitlin, Kay's eldest daughter. She gave Kay a robe that says, Mrs. Ignacio. It was the most simple thing, but to me, that meant the world. That meant the world to me that Kay, I knew when I had started seeing and being with Kay, that it was a package deal. That it was not only her, but it was her family. It was her children. The fact that her eldest, Caitlin, gave her a robe that says, Mrs. Ignacio, made the world to me. That meant to me that her children accepted me and was very accepting of me. That meant the world. And I want everyone to know that. So this, to me, this is one of the most special nights I've had, but I've also have all my family here. I don't know if everyone knows, but my brother, Eric, is here. My sister, Ellen, is here. My oldest brother who is passed, his wife is here.
I want to point that out because, again, my mom sent all her kids to America, the ultimate sacrifice. Sent her kids to another country to have a better life. And because she did that, my brother, each of my brothers, and my sister, each had a turn in being my guardian. So it is very special that each and every one of them, at least my sister, Ellen, my brother, Eric, and in spirit, my brother, Edwin, with his wife and his beautiful daughter, Stephanie, is here. These are the people who have made me the person that I am. But I also made it a point to have my mom, my mother. She made the ultimate sacrifice to send all her children to America to have a better life and sacrifice being with them. And I am so happy that she's able to be here with us, at least on the phone. So again, to steal from Ted Lasso, raise your glasses. Here's to the family that you have and the family that you make along the way. Here.
Okay, if anyone else is getting married, like best group speech I've ever heard in my life. Like, yeah, that's right. How many people in the room have been married by Albert? You got
We took it from 10.
All right. So, in conclusion, thank you, Philippines. Thank you, America. And thank you, America. And by the way, Kate doesn't like red Corvo tonight because everyone leaves. Drinks on Elmer.
Back to the wall.
That's it. Thank you, thank you. So there's a lot of food, and then I don't know if the bar tab is taken up, but Mom, I love you. I love you very much. I wish you were here. We'll see you tomorrow for the wedding, Mom. Love you. Is that my sister's family?
Mom was a principal.
By the barn, that's what you said? By the barn.